Wait. Sky has fallen, but it's still a bright spot. Two stars, young stars are emerging on this team. It ain't all lost in this loss against the Dallas Wings, but more after these messages. Yeah.
Streets talk about it. Making money, nothing to talk about. Stacks, cause they green, give you cloud. If it's bread making, baby, I'ma always throw that down. I done put my work in the streets.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Ain't gon' stop, but Atlanta always gon' be. Everybody can do what I do. That's why I'm crushing your crew. From Chi-Town, Memphis, Tennessee, and all through the Lou. Got a hot album too. I came out of nowhere and I'm taking all of these suckers too. I keep my promo on them poles, keep that powder out my nose. I'm staying
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Say my name.
Yes, we have two young stars that still look promising. Yes, getting it out of the mud. Kamilla Cardoso and Sydney Taylor are the ones who are rising out of the dust and showing us that they belong in this league. And Kamilla Cardoso is showing that she is an all-star type of player. Yes, though the Chicago Sky falls, the young superstars are emerging. Kamilla Cardoso and Sydney Taylor leads the team in scoring in a failure to win against the Dallas Wings. Man, I'm going to tell y'all, man, this was a hard loss. This was something that my heart went out to baby Kamilla. And Kamilla, stay strong. Stay strong. You are doing what you're supposed to be doing. I know it's ugly and I know it look bad, but you are the difference maker. Continue to be strong. Continue to show that you belong in this league and shut up all of the haters, the hate watchers, and the naysayers. You do you in this time of despair. Sydney Taylor, we got a player straight out of the mud, straight out of the dust, a walk-on. Went in on a training camp contract, snatched a chain and got her spot on this team. And just like some of the stories that's familiar, like Kennedy Carter, you couldn't guard her. It seems like this is the same thing with my baby Sydney, coming off of screens, making her own plays, shooting those threes, slashing to the basket, passing those passes, seeing the open player, and as Kamilla Cardoso does the same thing in assists. This was a game, yes, lost, but not all the way gone. In this game, we got to see Chicago Sky suffer a heartbreaking 93-92 loss to the Dallas Wings on Saturday night after leading by as many as 17 points in the fourth quarter. Dallas stormed back with a huge 36-point final period, capped by a clutch 4-point play with Paige Beckers and a late free throws by Lydia Rue, which is a questionable call. We didn't see no contact. It was a phantom call. Yes, it was. To complete the comeback, Chicago Sky, final score, Dallas 93, Chicago 92. Chicago controlled the game for 3 quarters and led 71-57 entering the fourth quarter. The Sky were dominating inside, but couldn't hold off the Dallas late shooting surge. The loss dropped Chicago to 4-1 on the season. The best player on the floor was Kamilla Cardoso. She was outstanding and the best player on the floor with both sides. Her numbers was 26 points, 9 rebounds, dominating the paint all game long. Her scoring efficiency against the Dallas front court was spectacular. Led all scorers at halftime with 14 points. Was the primary reason that Chicago built its large lead. Natasha Howard controlled the offense with a timely scoring and her playmaking skills. Skylar Diggins helped push the lead to 17, and came out with 14 points during the third quarter with aggressive drives and perimeter scoring. The three things changed the game. The fourth quarter collapsed. Dallas exploded for 36 points in the final period. Paige Becker's heroics, her incredible 4-point play with 36 seconds left completely shifted the momentum. Late in the game, Chicago couldn't get the defensive stops needed in the final minute, allowing Dallas to complete one of the biggest fourth quarter comebacks in franchise history. Don't let the final score fool you though. Kamilla Cardoso looked like an all-WNBA center. She dominated inside with 26 points and 9 rebounds, but the Sky let the 17-point fourth quarter lead disappear. This wasn't about effort. It was about finishing the game. Meanwhile, Paige Beckers reminded everyone why she's one of the largest, biggest league stars, delivering one of the clutchest finishes of 2026 season. I can say this, y'all, that last night was one of the toughest losses of the Chicago Sky season for the Chicago Sky. The Sky looked like they had the game completely under control before the Dallas Wings pulled off the biggest fourth quarter comeback of the year, escaping with a 93-92 victory, y'all. Came out with energy and physicality. They attacked the paint from the opening tip, outscoring Dallas 20-0 inside during the first quarter and building a 28-16 lead in the first quarter. The Sky looked like more of an aggressive team on both ends of the floor than they had most of the year. Let's give the flowers up to Kamilla Cardoso because she was outstanding. She looked like one of the best centers in the WNBA with 26 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, and one block. She scored around the basket, protecting the rim, rebounding, controlled the paint. Dallas simply had no answer for her for the most part of the whole entire game. Every time Chicago needed a bucket, Kamilla Cardoso delivered. And Sydney Taylor, yeah, she continues to shine. Another bright spot rookie. Sydney Taylor had 18 points. Big three-pointer in the fourth quarter. Aggressive attacks to the basket. Continues showing she belongs in this league. She keeps proving she's the scorer against anyone that guard her. Like I said, reminds you of Kennedy Carter. Bars. Chicago has found another young bright star they can build around and help Kamilla Cardoso lead this team towards victory. Chicago Sky's contributors was Skylar Diggins with 14 points. Natasha Cloud had 10. Azurá Stevens battled on the glass, had 11 rebounds, but she did not score in the second half. The turning point of the game changed the lead 71-57 entering the fourth. That's when everything changed. Dallas scored 36 in the fourth quarter, their highest scoring quarter of the season. Then came the moment everyone remembered. Paige Becker drilled a huge a 3-point shot. And then, of course, she went to the free throw line because she was fouled. Moments later, we had a phantom call on Lee Rue, giving the Dallas Wings the lead from the free throw line. It looked real bad, y'all. It looked real bad, but the biggest takeaways of this right here is that Kamilla Cardoso becoming one of the league's elite young centers. And Sidney Taylor continues to look outstanding as a rookie with tremendous upside. Chicago has to learn how to close these games, leading by 14 entering the fourth quarter, and by many as 17 had the results of a win, but they could not pull it through. Sky fans, don't hang your head down low, because there's plenty positives. Kamilla Cardoso looked like an all-star. Sidney Taylor keeps growing. The talent is there. Now, this young team has to learn how to finish games against quality opponents. That's the next step in becoming a playoff caliber basketball team in the WNBA. And I believe after this game, they will go on to win more games in this season. This is a learning and a building block. I believe that Chicago, I ain't left you, I'm right here. And we'll be back for the next podcast. So welcome to Steady Serv'n Sports ENT. My name is the Gingerbread Man, and you are on Steady Serv'n Sports ENT, an extension of Simply Ball Dropping Podcast with my main man, K-Sap. Shout out to the Full Court Trio. Shout out to the Players Club. Listen, y'all, remember, like, share, and please subscribe to this channel. Yeah, we on our way to 5,000 right here, organically, right here on this channel, man. I appreciate you and I thank you. In the comments, tell me what you think Kamilla Cardoso and Sidney Taylor going to ultimately do and turn this team around, and what they need to do. Be nice in the comments. And also, I thank you for what you've done. I thank you for what you do. And I thank you for what you will do. And as always, I leave as I came, with another bang.
The Chicago.
Yeah, man. Much love. I appreciate y'all, man. And we out of here, y'all. See you on the next one.